Hey, what is up, guys? So this is a intro tutorial for new players. I'm just gonna go through a few things and really what you want to start grinding out when you start Conqueror's Blade. So the first thing to keep in mind is meta weapon classes. So here, let me open that up. All you're gonna see at end game, when you see big fights, huge brawling sieges and territory wars, it's gonna be your short sword, your musket, and your maul. Now, the downside of the maul is that it's really effective, but you have to grind out the seasonal challenges or pay money for it. So if you want a really good starter class and want to immediately be effective in these battles and in T-Wars, I would recommend picking up Short Sword or Musket, and you can run full strength for your attributes, right? And still be effective on both weapons. So you don't need to respec your attributes or anything and still be super effective. So those are the two I would really recommend starting on. Or if you want to have some fun, Nadachi. Now it scales off, really falls off in late game CB content, but man, is it just a fun weapon to go through and play around with for a while. And remember, you can always switch your weapon classes later on. Now that being said, the first units you actually want to go for is you want to rush for Imperial Pikes. So these are going to be used in T-Wars, in pub matches. They're one of the most effective and cheap units to rush for in CB. Another one that's really good that you want to go for is Spear Sergeants. So those are the two purple units you want to be working towards. The Spear Sergeants are in the Chivalric tree, and the Imperial Pikes are just in the normal melee tree. Now, in order to unlock that heroic era, you actually have to get a few silver era units. So what I would recommend when you start out, you get the Iron Cap Spearmen. You pick up some of these Prefecture Guard, Prefecture Pikemen. And let's see, if you want a fun archer unit, I would go ahead and do Incendiary Archers too. Now these you're never really going to use in anything but public matches and normal sieges. But, you know, they're just a fun little unit. So when it comes to grind out your F4 challenges too, another thing you want to keep in mind is you get... Here, where'd it go? You get a free Silver Era unit, so you don't have to spend a whole lot of honor on getting those Silver Era units to unlock purple. And at the end, you also get a free Heroic Era box. So you can use that on whatever purple era you want. Once you get, you can you can either use them to get your Imperial Pikes if you don't want to spend the honor on them, or for Palace Guards. If you want a fun ranged unit though, Imperial Arquebusiers as well. They will all be used in high tier combat and in T-Wars. Any of those three will be fine. I wouldn't recommend using them to unlock the Spear Sergeants because they are actually the cheapest heroic era unit in the game when it comes to honor. So those I would just honor unlock normally. Now when you start now, I think you get a choice of 3 green units and 1 blue. So your blue unit choice that I picked should be the Iron Cap Spearmen. Now these guys are really tanky and are going to be effective for a long time. And the green units I chose are Iron Cap Swordsman, Pike Militia, and Rat and Round Shields. Now these three, including these 3 green units and that blue spear unit, will give you a massive advantage over other people. A lot of people I've seen pick the Squires. Where are they? In the Chivalric tree. The Squires, and man, they are just not effective at all. They're the worst unit in the game, arguably. So don't fall for that bait. Do not pick the Squires. Now, when you get in game, there's also seasonal challenges. So every season there'll be a new unit or several new units, depending on what season it is, and maybe a weapon class. When you use the units for that season, you actually get a discount when resupplying them. So after time and after a lot of battles, their status will go down and you have to spend money just like this to resupply them and get them more kits. Otherwise you won't be able to use them, or they'll take a damage reduction increase, right? So they'll take more damage and they'll do do less damage in these siege matches. And in T-Wars, any battle really. So when you start, sorry, when you start your seasonal challenges, one of the first things you want to go for is actually, if it'll let me scroll, Season 4. Now the reason you want to go for Season 4 is this blue unit is really easy to grind out, and it's actually really effective for a little blue era gunner. But the most important part is you're actually able to do the Wages of War and the Songs of Battle. So these will give you skill pages which you need for unlocking ultimates, powdered silver, and schematics. These are massive boosts, and a weapon schematic. These are the things you're going to need to craft better armor, better weapons, and really give you that huge advantage. Wages of War, the first page, I did it in maybe an hour, right? So I just played Sieges for an hour and got a free Silver Era unit. So that'll also help you save some honor. And you get some unit medals to level them up, all that. Some doctrines, some cool things in here. And at the end, you get a free purple unit as well. So you can get another free purple unit, which is insane. Now, when it comes to crafting gear, I think you're going to start off with a really basic green set. As you're grinding through the challenges, you'll get a blue horse, which is really nice, and you get an okay weapon and blue set as well of armor. But you really want to save up schematics and start rolling. So the difference between a blue weapon here and a purple weapon is insane. Let me open my supply dump for you guys. So I have a bunch of gear. Here it is. So let's just compare. What is this? A pike, yeah. So these actually weren't crafted, they were drops, but even just a blue weapon versus a purple weapon, you can see the massive difference in there. You can see the huge increase in the slashing armor pen, the damage. So you definitely want to get some schematics and roll for better gear. Another important thing to keep in mind too is actually the apothecary. So every week on Monday, you'll be able to buy powdered silver. You'll be able to buy 30 pieces of powdered silver, and the powdered silver is really going to be your main throttle for crafting all of this gear. The rivets and the leather and the other stuff, you'll get it from breaking down pretty much anything, so that you never have to grind for. If you don't have powdered silver or you used all of it already, the best thing you can do, although it costs some silver, is go here, buy some stuff, and break it down. There'll be some other guides and spreadsheets up. I can never remember which one it is that you want to buy and break down. I've had pretty good luck with the ordinary tack, getting powdered silver out of that. So you can fill up your inventory. You left click the purchase option, and you just keep pressing enter. And you can massively buy a crap ton in a short amount of time. And I think that's about it. This is just a basic overview of what you really want to start grinding on and working for. Oh, I almost forgot. So, unit medals. You're going to get, I think, 1,200 of these from doing all of your F4 challenges. You want to save them. You don't want to use them right away to level up random units. What you want to do is actually save them for when you get your Imperial Pikes. Once you get these guys, use your unit medals and max them out. The veterancy you want to go for is the bottom line, right? So you dump your unit medals, you max them out right away, and you immediately have max Imperial Pikes, which are really good towards anti-cavalry and infantry and pushes in general. I would save the rest of them until you get a Golden Era unit. So the Golden Era units that you can work for really easily without having to do a lot of ridiculous challenges are going to be your Pavis, right? So I saved up my honor, saved up the 60k, you get a bunch of it for free from the F4 challenges, and I bought out the Pavis crossbowman. So it's really easy to rush those for a Golden Era unit. The horses, once you complete your F4 challenge, you'll get a free Oh, well, it's not up there. But you can turn in the quest, get the free golden arrow unit, and then you can unlock the winged hussars. That's what I would recommend for unlocking a golden arrow unit. The cataphracts just aren't any good. Fire lancers aren't any good without the seasonal promotion. And while the monastics are really cheap and easy to go for, you can just unlock them with honor, right? Because you'll have the spear sergeants done. If you want, you can use the purple doctrine to unlock men at arms, and then you'll practically be there. The reason you want to use it on this is because going up this cav tree and unlocking all these nodes, oof, that's expensive. So just save yourself some time and money and get the winged hussars with the free golden arrow unit. You don't have to get anything else on this tree except maybe Couteliers. These are really good to start if you want to unlock them. They're cheap and they're great for just a quick charge in pub matches. And I think that's about it. So I don't know how to end it. I guess we'll wave hi to Davy Boy. That's how we'll end this video.